The Inland ProHT. This is the perfect office-friendly mechanical keyboard that is sure to extremely bug your coworkers. I'm Rio Gion, and this is Rio Gion Keyboards. This keyboard is absolutely gorgeous. It is so simplistic and it is so minimalistic in its design. The layout is perfect. It's the standard ANSI layout, so you can replace all of the keycaps without worrying. Long backspace, long shift keys. Everything is exactly how it should be, and it looks just like any other office keyboard. It is so stealthy. It is just, once again, it is just absolutely gorgeous. The Otemu blue switches are here, shining brightly, no LED lights, which means there's no point of error, but which also means that you cannot use this keyboard in the dark. But then again, do you guys tend to use your keyboards in the dark? Because I do not, but that's just me. So comment down below, let me know if you use your keyboards in the dark. Hallelujah, it's using Cherry MX stabilizers. I absolutely love these stabilizers. They're so simple to pull out keycaps for and clean. It's just absolutely awesome in my book. Even though it does feel a little bit mushy when typing, but I can definitely overlook this. The keycap appears to be your typical ABS, but this particular set of keycaps seems to be of higher quality. I noticed that, and I also noticed that this is the thicker ABS. It's not as thin as the other keycaps, like the one from Razer. This is ever so slightly thicker, seems like it's higher quality, so it looks like you might just be getting your money's worth. On the back of the board, it uses flip-up feet with rubber on them, which is awesome, because then it's going to keep the board very planted. It also has cable management slots, which is very nice, but it's one of those slots where it arcs back up instead of going from side to side. I personally like the ones that go side to side, but then again, your mileage may vary. And along with that, you do have rubber pads to keep the board planted and a braided cable, which is very nice, because I thought these keyboards would use the regular rubber ones, but it uses braided, which I personally like braided. I know there are people that are slowly shying away from braided as well. And once again, we do have the gold-plated USB, which once again, people are carrying less and less, but I still care. I still care. The Otemu Blues here has to be one of the most snappiest switches I have used so far. It's very interesting how the level of inconsistency there are with these clone switches, but this particular Otemu and this particular application is absolutely awesome. It's so snappy, it's so crispy, it feels like a very sharp knife. It's just one of those crispiness that when you click it, you know it's being pressed. There's no mushy. This keyboard's not playing games. This keyboard is very straightforward. If you press, it's gonna click, it's gonna register. This is just how this keyboard rolls, and I absolutely love the way it rolls. This keyboard is not advertised, it's not marketed as a gaming keyboard, but of course, let's go through some of the gaming features anyways. And in this particular case, they are very minimal. Why? Because it is not a gaming keyboard. So the only thing that you do get that is sort of gaming per se is Windows Disable. Besides that, this is essentially just your average everyday office keyboard with mechanical blue clicky switches. What this means is MMO players, stay away. RTS players, it's alright. FPS player, it's just like any other keyboard for you guys. There's not that much different here. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's just get to the verdict. Let's get to the bottom line. This keyboard costs $70, which may not sound like it's that expensive, but since it is using clone switches, and let's face it here, people, with $70, you're reaching to the territory of RGB keyboards now too, with Otemu switches as well. So in terms of a value proposition, this particular keyboard does not offer it, but what it does offer is a very minimalistic design for, let's face it people, a premium. I know. We have come to an age where $70 for a keyboard is now considered a premium because of how intensively competitive the market is, which I absolutely love because it makes my job also more enjoyable. At the bottom line, with $70, I'm going to say wait for a sale. It's not worth it to go out and pick up this keyboard right away because it's just your very, very standard keyboard. Anyways, if you guys like the content, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing for more content.